Hi guys, this is just a quick update on my helium miner. So I actually have a Heltec helium miner by Heltec Automation, and it's gotten some pretty bad flack in the Discord due to some radio issues that they seem to come with, but mine seems to be actually behaving pretty well, as you can see. So in the last 24 hours I've got 0.828 helium, the last 7 days just over 4 helium, last 2 weeks just over 8, and since the 4th, so just under a month, I've managed to get 15.5 helium. So I just wanted to go through exactly how it's been over the last month. I did take some screenshots throughout the month to show how many sort of witnesses I had and how well this setup was doing. I will just quickly show the setup as well, just so that you can see how it is all installed, but I have got a full video on that, which I'll put in the top right if you do want to have a look at it. So basically my setup is a McGill 4 dBi antenna. I've got it about 8 meters high on the house. As you can see from here, this is a photo of it installed. So I've got this T&K bracket here, which is holding it up. I think that might have been installed upside down, but I didn't do this install. I had to pay someone to come and do it with a very tall ladder. But either way, it's a pretty solid construction, and there's no chance that this is going to go anywhere anytime soon. It is dead straight. It may not look like it from the angle here, but it is completely straight. I did double check it from all sort of viewpoints. And yeah, basically we're going down with an LMR 400 cable, a 4 meter one. We go into this sort of junction box here where we have the lightning arrestor, and then we come with a bit of a drip loop back into the house and then into the roof or attic. We've then got our ground coming down to the ground, which you can see here, gets joined up in this little box here, and then into the ground rod, which I did cover up with a bit of a plastic thing here. But yeah, that's it from that point of view. The inside of the box would look something like this. Obviously I couldn't take a photo while it was up there as I didn't get the ladder, but lightning arrestor into the LMR 400, then the other LMR 400 coming out of the bottom, as we can see here. So anyway, as we started off, this is the very first day that I had it plugged in, and this is with the internal, I think it's a 3.5 dBi antenna that they ship with the miner. It's one of those little fiddly things which you wouldn't think does any good really, but to be fair, I was quite impressed that it actually managed to get out from outside my double glazed window across to these 8 different witnesses here. So that was quite good to start with, at least while it was syncing up. And this is it here, what's this, a couple of days later after it finished syncing, and I managed to get 0.388 helium, and that was with, again, just those 8 witnesses with that internal antenna. Okay, so here we are with the external antenna attached, and as you can see straight away we got some nice further out witnesses here that were coming through. Earnings still around 0.5 HNT per day. Here's another day, we got up to Telford here and down to Cheltenham. I did have a problem though towards the end of December where it stopped sending beacons, and as you can see, a very sad, lonely hotspot here with 0 witnesses at all. So for some reason it took 7 days to send a beacon, like I say, towards the end of December, which was slightly worrying. Now I know that beacons aren't the be all and end all of helium mining, but you know, you do want to see nice yellow lines coming out of your hotspot to make it look like it's doing something. So yeah, the earnings were a bit up and down around here. We did, however, get our witnesses back after a while, and as you can see, reach out quite far. If I zoom out here, it suddenly sent a load of beacons, and then we were back in business again. Now what was quite interesting was this one here. So we can see how far this is reaching. So if you look at the scale, that's about 50 kilometers. I calculated about 180 kilometers across to the east of England here that this was witnessed by these 3 different miners here. This one up here as well, it was a good nearly 150, I think, kilometers. So the 4 dBi antenna is doing more than enough to actually find witnesses. There's a sort of more zoomed out version of the UK. So you can see it was getting across pretty well, nearly across the whole of England. So quite impressed with that. So it went up to a nice 112 witnesses here, earning 0.6 per day. And as it currently stands, I've gone up to 0.8 helium per day, or in the last 24 hours at least. Now those far away hotspots over here somewhere have seemed to have disappeared for the time being, but I'm not too worried as long as that number keeps going up. So you can see we've had some good rewards in the last day, and over the last 14 days really it's been quite good. averaging about 0.5 helium, I'd say, overall. So I think this goes to show that you don't really need, an 8 dBi antenna or 6 dBi antenna to reach out far and get a good number of witnesses and rewards. I think you can just have a good setup, like I say, with a strong 4 dBi, well-known brand antenna and a good setup. I think that's pretty much all you need when it comes to helium. So sadly I'm not getting anything behind me. Now there is a good reason for that. I'm actually on the side of a hill. It would be really nice to get down to Cardiff. But if we have a look at where I am, this is a picture basically. I'm somewhere on this side of the hill and everything across that way is, towards Wales and Cardiff. There's no chance I'm going to be able to get anything behind there because these hills are sadly in the way. As nice as they are blocking my reward somewhat. But still, I'm quite happy. I'd be quite happy with half a helium a day. So 0.8 for me is even better. I did have a few days actually of getting 1 helium. I can probably look back, there it is. So the 9th of December had 1 helium. Okay, just the one day then. But yeah, it's working pretty well, I'd say. And if we have a look at my little tracker here, so I've been updating every week basically. So with the indoor antenna, I just kind of put it in here as the first sort of starter bit. When we went to the external antenna, this is where we really started. So from the 13th, you can see instantly the rewards are going up by over 3 helium. That was only running for a few days, well 3 days as we can see, so it wasn't going to earn a huge amount. But yeah, we can see here a constant sort of 3 helium per week. It'd be interesting to see how it is next week because, like I say, the rewards do seem to have increased a bit since my miner started playing a bit better. So my return on investment, so I've still got another £539 to go, which is $728. So it's going to take another couple of months, I'd say, before I get my money back. If I've done this in a single month, then hopefully maybe just over another month and a half maybe, and then I'll have my total return on investment back. Everything after that would then be just a bonus, so that'll be quite a nice little earner hopefully. So that's it just for this update. I will do another update next month and we'll just see how things are going. POC 11 doesn't seem to have caused any problems for me at all. That's why I kept with the 4 dBi because I wasn't 100% sure what would happen with the higher dBis, whether you would actually get any power issues at all with your miner. As we can see though, it's been doing absolutely fine. My arch nemesis in the hex here is actually doing better than me still. This one's got a Bobcat miner and they're actually earning a lot more than me overall per month. So they've earned 24 in the last 30 days. But I am slowly catching up with them and hopefully this is just my goal really, to get something as good as this if possible in the future. This one's a bit of an expensive outlay to start with, but I think as we can see here it will pay itself back off pretty soon, so it's quite a safe bet to do. So yeah, it's quite a nice little earner here. We can see 33.48 in the last 24 hours. It's £24 a day. I mean, you're not going to find many other things that can do that particularly. And per week, 163.43, £120 a week basically. So yeah, you can't really complain at the setup when it's bringing something in like that per week. So yeah, like I say, I'll keep this up to date and I have put a link to this in the description. You can also keep track of your own if you wanted to make a copy. Just click on the file and make a copy. Or you can just keep track of how mine's doing here and compare it to your own if you wish, just to compare how different setups work. But anyway, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can click on the join button as well to become a member, and that really helps out. And I'll see you in the next video.